Hi, my name is Kesti. I'm a research director at Lapland University. I'm going to present you artificial intelligence mentor for human capital management. First, I will give you a short introduction to artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence can be divided in two main categories. There are data-driven artificial intelligence and there is model-driven AI. At the data-driven AI, there are two areas. First, unsupervised learning. Unsupervised learning is the artificial intelligence that helps making conclusions and finding hidden patterns from the data that is sort of fuzzy, unlabeled. You can utilize, for example, Bayesian algorithm. It's clustering, customer segmentation, recommendations, targeted marketing, and finding best practices. Then there is the second data-driven AI that is called supervised learning. At the supervised learning, you find the functions from the training data, and the training data is well-defined numerical information, and you need a lot of data to find correlations and find regression, analyze and classification so that you can find the functions behind the data, and doing so you can make predictions from the data history. And then there is this more difficult area of artificial intelligence, that the model-driven AI, and there you use reinforcement learning algorithms, and here the goal is to reward good behavior. It solves difficult problem of how immediate actions correlate with delayed outcomes. At reinforcement learning, usually utilize the algorithms like Q-learning, Markov sequences, and Bellman functions. And this reinforcement learning advises how to behave so that the outcome is maximized in longer term. In this presentation, I will show you an example where we have utilized unsupervised learning from the data-driven AI and model-driven reinforcement learning. Why we need human capital artificial intelligence in the management is because there is human capital performance management problem. I will illustrate this problem shortly. Let's see, here is 1 year target. The cumulative profit target is here. The leader might think that, should I maximize the profit or should I make actions to improve team work motivation? If I improve the work motivation, it will reduce short-term profit because time is spent for other than making the revenue. If the leader maximizes the profit every month, at the first 3 months the outcome is very good, exceeds the target. But then continuing this strategy leads to poor outcome because the fuss and motivation reduces the profit, and the outcome is so that the target is not achieved. There is another leader that has more experience, and this leader knows that maximizing the profit is not good strategy. Better strategy is to maximize, or better say that to optimize the work motivation and improve the processes and solve the problems. This way, at the beginning, it will eat the profit because time is scarce and spent at other issues than making revenue. It reduces the profit, but longer term it pays back very good because the making the profit increases in time, and after 12 months the result is very good and exceeding the target. This red line is very common because there is this profit maximization bias, and it's very difficult to overcome. Therefore, we need reinforcement artificial intelligence. Reinforcement learning AI needs reliable model to analyze management behavior, meaning to business performance. This theory is called human capital production function. The simplified illustration of human capital production function goes like this. Here is an example company with 461 workers. First, we study the workforce average theoretical working time distribution. We list auxiliary working time that includes vacations, absence, family leave, training, and management HR practices. So we get the time for work. This time for work is divided into two parts: effective working time and other working time. When staff quality of working life is measured and analyzed, so we get the human performance that can then we can get the calculated effective working time. So the quality of working life index determines the effective working time share from the time spent at work. It is essential that quality of working life is properly measured and analyzed. There has to be reliable connection to human performance. Now the company makes the revenue with workforce effective working time. There is this line here that connects the effective working time to revenue, and it's called the K factor. It shows how much one effective working hour produces revenue. K factor varies quite a lot between different business branches. When operative costs are reduced from revenue, there will be the profit. Now the company wants to make more profit by improving staff performance. Using best management HR practices, the company will improve the staff quality of working life. These best practices may increase the auxiliary working time, so reduce the time for work. But if these HR practices are effectively done, the company will gain more effective working time. With this extra effective working time, the company can make more revenue. When variable expenses are reduced from revenue growth, the rest will go to improving the profit. At this case, the profit improvement is approximately 1.5 million euros, meaning over 3,000 euros per employee. At the case studies, we have achieved this type of improvements at the business profit. Next, I will try to illustrate how human capital management artificial intelligence works in practice. Here we have 1 year time and there is the leader that is responsible for team profit, and there is preset profit target per month. And now the leader starts doing the leading the year, and January, February goes under the target, and the leader thinks that is the human performance declining, or is there some other problems because the performance is not in order and there are some weak signals about the problems. The leader wonders that if this is going the same way, there is going to be problems in performance. So this leader can ask AIMO, artificial intelligence, help to amplify these weak signals, that what these weak and tacit signals about the team problems tell about the performance. And this AIMO uses Bayesian algorithms and does risk assessment about the team performance, and starts the reinforcement learning algorithm that will simulate the model about the performance, this situation, this cumulative time and cumulative reward into the future. There is some standard reward, and this reinforcement learning algorithm finds the best value practices for the future reward. In this model that we have created, we have 32 different best management practices that are evaluated, and the combination of these practices form the best solution for this risk assessment. And these, for example, 3 practices are informed, as well as the reward, estimated reward. So the team leader can do the actions to improve the performance, and when the leader activates the actions, there will be improvement at the performance, and the profit target can be exceeded. So this leader can ask AIMO assistant, first the weak signals are amplified using Bayesian probability algorithm, and then the data is transmitted to this reinforcement learning simulation, which analyzes the best practices for this situation using 12-month time period to the future. And the result is ethically and economically best, because there is this Nash balance, so that the quality of working life and the economy are both in sort of maximum or optimum level. This means the sustainable development. Using this model, it makes it reliable, so that there are no biases that harm the performance. For example, profit maximizing bias or plunging in bias, because this model is bias free. Utilizing scientifically verified architecture, we have created AI solution that helps supervisors and line managers to improve team performance. This solution is called AIMO, Artificial Intelligence Mentor. The idea is that when every supervisor solves team problems proactively, there will be significant improvement at the whole organization productivity. IMO utilizes unsupervised learning and reinforcement learning artificial intelligence. I will briefly illustrate the tool. For the duration of the show, I will turn the face video off so the show is more visible. IMO leader mind idea is that every supervisor has a personal assistant or mentor, and the organization specific business data is already input in the model, and the team starts using this IMO leader mind by setting the initial data. And here you first give the business situation and also the team structure, absence data, and also the quality of working life data of your team, which is gathered from staff survey. After giving the initial team data, you will continue to the team situation mapping. At the team situation mapping, the supervisor gives the tacit signals about the possible problems and challenges by selecting from the list, and also the possible positive signs and activities that are lately noticed in the team. And this information is important for the unsupervised Bayesian algorithm that analyzes the effect for the team performance. At the IMO leader mind analytics, you will first get the IMO risk analysis, and in this case Bayesian analytics detect that there is a likelihood that team performance is declining, is 38% likelihood, and the sickness and also staff turnover risk are increased, and there is a note to utilize the IMO's advice to improve the situation. And when you push the IMO's advice, you will get the development actions that will improve the team performance. It will utilize the model-based artificial intelligence and reinforcement learning algorithm with Bellman function. The IMO analytics utilizes 12 months floating time to the future, the return on investment, and it calculates also about the these three best practices effect to the profit in 12 months period into the future. Each best practice that is analyzed includes also e-learning material about what it means, that for example the activation of working life innovations, how do you perform it, and it will advise. And then you can continue to the e-learning and also to perform the activities that IMO has advised. To sum up the IMO solution, this helps supervisors to solve problems proactively. The artificial intelligence tells how team performance is likely to evolve, and here we utilize the Bayesian algorithms, and this IMO indicates an increased risk in sick leave and staff turnover, and using the reinforcement learning algorithm, the IMO will make recommendations for the actions on how to improve team performance. and also assess the economic benefits of the selected measures. IMO acts as a supervisor's personal mentor in various challenges in the team, and it's easy to use, and based on science you can rely on it. AI-powered advice follows the principle of sustainable development, and it optimizes the economy and also staff well-being. And also using this IMO you can sort of personalize the leaders' wishes of some certain management practices, and it also guides the supervisors to improve their development skills and management skills also. As a conclusion, I would say that artificial intelligence is a driver for competitive advantage. There are various different kinds of artificial intelligence solutions. I will shortly introduce some of those. There is robotic process automation that enables automating repeatable office processes. Quite simple solution that helps to improve the productivity. Then there are inquiry robots that measure staff feelings and the tacit knowledge. Automated staff quality of working life measurements and online reporting utilizing AI support is going to be very useful. There will be chatbots that will help work orientation and also support leadership, help sharing information and work orientation, and also digital leadership assistant can be made utilizing artificial intelligence. Then more difficult is to make HR neural network for knowledge-based management. This finds correlation from organization data and learns causalities and teaches how to behave so that the outcome is better. Then there is this artificial intelligence supported learning solutions that will help to improve the competencies at the special knowledge areas, help improve in leadership, because leadership is one of the most important competence areas at organizations and most challenging ones also. Then there will be, and we are also studying and doing research at this organization, digital twin that will improve the performance in longer term, and utilizes new generation people analytics that utilize artificial intelligence, and it can simulate the organization human capital productivity, including the AI support. These three last ones are examples of model-driven artificial intelligence that they need reliable model-driven architecture to be able to make these predictions and advice that are reliable and bias-free. And here are some of my latest research on the area of human capital management. And if you are interested about some of these research, I can provide you the articles. You can find more information about human capital artificial intelligence from this leadermind.fi pages and also from my personal WordPress page. Thank you.